Do you find yourself getting distracted when you should be working and getting to the end of the workday and wondering, what the hell did I actually achieve today? I feel like I haven't got anything done and I feel like I just wasted half my time. If that sounds familiar, then today's video will be very helpful because I'm going to share with you my favorite time management strategy to basically eliminate that feeling and make sure that you are getting stuff done while maintaining focus. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and today I'm talking time management, which is something you can use in your life or your business, and I use it for work. So working from home, it's easy to get distracted. Well, working from anywhere, it's easy to get distracted really. If you're in an office, there's other people around. If you're working at a computer, there's the internet. Basically, distractions are all around us and it can be really hard to stay focused. This time management technique, called the Pomodoro technique, is something I discovered many years ago and I have been using ever since when I'm really busy. So I don't use this all the time. I actually only use this on days when I have the most to do, which might sound counterintuitive when you hear what it's all about, but stick with me and I'll explain exactly why it works and why you should consider using it yourself when you are really busy and have a lot to do. So this technique was basically coined by a man called Francesco Cirillo in the 80s, and he named it after the tomato timer that he used when he was doing this for himself. I believe he's Italian, so Pomodoro is tomato, and it's a very simple technique, but it's also really powerful. His basic strategy was you set a timer for 25 minutes, and during that time you work on the thing you've decided to focus on with no deviation from that. Then when the timer goes off, you set a timer for a 5-minute break and do something else. And when that timer goes off, you set another work period, or Pomodoro as he calls it, and you get back to work. In the original idea, you do 4 of these and then have a longer break and then go back and do another 4. So that is the original Pomodoro technique. Some people use that original technique. However, there's lots of variations that have cropped up over the years, such as extending the time that you're working and using other methods by which to measure time, such as, the gap between appointments, or maybe the time that the washing is on before you need to hang it out, whatever, just some sort of timed a period of time to focus before then you get up and have a break. So I personally do a 45-15. So I do 45 minutes of work and then 15 minutes of rest. And I find for my brain, that's a really good period of time. I can focus for 45 minutes without distractions. And then 15 minutes feels like a decent enough of a break that when I get back to work, I actually feel like getting back to work. For me, the 25-5 was too short. Like, I didn't really get into stuff in 25 minutes, and then a 5-minute break really didn't feel like enough of a break to make it worthwhile. So that is my personal modification. Another common modification is to do like a 90-30. Because 90 minutes, according to numerous studies, is basically the maximum time that we can concentrate on something before we run out of mental energy and need a break. So, a lot of school periods, I know when I was at school, we had like 90-minute school periods and stuff like that. And this was a while ago, 20-something years ago when I was at high school. But yeah, so that basically, think about the time that would work for you. Maybe experiment with it and see what time period will work for you. Now, the really important thing here is to use a timer. Don't just wing it. Don't go, oh yeah, it's 10:30, which is what it is right now. I'll stop working in, 45 minutes, so 11:15, I'll remember to stop working. It doesn't work because you're constantly distracted by checking the time. Oh, is it time to stop yet? Have I run out of time yet? So the point of the timer is that you can set and forget. You set the timer and let it do its thing, and then you just focus. And when the timer goes off, you stop work and you get up and you have a break. Now let's talk about the break period. I think it's really important to do something completely different and to move away from your work area. So I wouldn't have a break at my computer if I'm working at my computer. I wouldn't just then switch to looking at social media or something, although you can do that, but I would go do it on my phone somewhere else. The idea is to get yourself in a different space, and ideally a different headspace, which is why social media probably wouldn't be my first suggestion. Go get a glass of water, do some stretching or gentle exercise, go for a quick walk, have a snack, do a chore if you're at home. Like Nick and I do this sort of 15 minutes a day cleaning routine thing, and I do 15 minutes a day, he does 15 minutes a day, we do a different room every day. There's a name for this, somebody told me about it, I can't remember what it's called. Tell me in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. And that's a really good thing to do in that 15 minutes, is to get one of my cleaning, get my daily cleaning in and then go back to work again. So something that gives your brain a break, or your body a break from the work you were doing. So if you're doing physical labor, if you're a maker like me and you're in the workshop, give yourself a break. Get up out of your chair, move around a bit, give your body and your mind a proper break. I'll often read like a chapter of a novel that I'm reading. I'll go sit on my chair in the corner and read for 15 minutes. Again, remember to set the timer for your break period so it doesn't creep out and extend longer than 15 minutes. Otherwise, you're going to end up going like, oh, it's been I would end up going, oh, it's been an hour and I've been reading my book all this time. Oops, really should get back to work now. So make sure to set the timer for your work periods and your break periods so that doesn't happen to you as well. Use this strategy for whatever period you need to. You might want to use it all day. You might just want to use it for the morning or the afternoon. If there's something you're struggling to focus on, then do it for that period of time, just to knock it out of the park before you just relax and go on with the rest of your workday. As I said, I only use this technique when I really need to get a lot of stuff done and I really can't afford to be distracted. Now, it sounds weird that, okay, out of every hour I'm having 15 minutes off. That seems like a lot of time, right? Is it though? I mean, when you work normally, do you really work the whole time? Or are you distracted a lot of the time? Are you like checking your email and checking Instagram and hopping on Facebook quickly, or looking at Reddit, or scrolling on Pinterest, or just basically doing stuff that's not related to the thing you're actually supposed to be doing? How much of the time that you think you're working are you actually working, and how much of that time are you skiving off and doing something else? Maybe log yourself. Like if you think, oh no, I'm always working. Of course I'm working when I'm working. That's what I'm doing. Like maybe just like keep a log, and every single time you switch tasks, write it down and see how many times you task switch throughout the day. Remember, multitasking is a myth. You can't multitask using the same. Like you can multitask as in, I can drive a car and have a conversation, or I can go for a walk and listen to a podcast, but I can't do two types of mental work at the same time. Your brain it's not possible. You can do like a physical task and a different mental task at the same time, but you can't do two physical tasks or two mental tasks. It's called task switching. You actually switch quickly between the different tasks rather than what you think you're doing, which is doing them both at once. And that is really taxing on the brain, and it really doesn't help you focus. So give it a try. If you're skeptical, do that. Log down every single time you task switch or get distracted or daydream or whatever it might be during your work period, and you'll probably find that you're having a lot of distraction. The idea behind the Pomodoro is that you have built-in distraction periods where you're allowed to do that and give your brain and or body a rest, and then you come back and you just nail it and you focus down for that 45 minutes and you don't let anything disturb you externally or internally. Sometimes I'll be doing a Pomodoro and a really good thought will pop up. I will literally just scribble it down as fast as I can and then move on, because otherwise my brain will kind of like harp at me about it, and I want to be focused on the thing I'm working on. But I try really hard not to get distracted during those times. That's why this works. It's because it helps you to find focus. It helps you to get into the flow state where you're just absorbed in your work and you're not being distracted by other things. By setting a timer, you're telling your brain, hey, this is focus time. You're going to get a break soon. Your brain is not like being constantly forced to work until you drop or until you get distracted or until something else externally stops you. You're building those break periods and those rest periods into your day, which allows you to I find it just, something happens and you mentally relax and you just relax into the work because you know there's a break coming up. It's definitely some sort of psychological thing, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. Those of you who are more knowledgeable can perhaps tell me in the comments, but it really does work, and it allows you to get much more focused than you perhaps could otherwise. And this, follows a lot of brain science and stuff that I've read about, is that, when you get really absorbed into something, time can just disappear, and it's amazing what you can get done when you find that flow state. Another reason this works is because if you do have a lot of external distractions in your life, like the phone going off or, somebody interrupting you, whether that's at home or at work or whatever, you can, if 45 minutes is enough time or not too much time to ignore it and go back to it. Like if your phone rings or you get an email, you can wait until that period of work is over and get back to them after that. So there it is, the Pomodoro technique. Very simple, but very, very effective. And I highly recommend, if you've never tried it, to give it a crack next time that you need to really, really focus on your work. If you found this helpful, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps tell the algorithm that other people might find it useful. And it just is nice. I like seeing people are enjoying it by telling me, hey, I'm enjoying this. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one, especially if you're a handmade business owner or you work from home. That's kind of what I focus on in this channel. It's helping you to have a successful handmade business and have a successful and happy work from home lifestyle. If you do have a handmade business and you want to get more into your systems and habits, I've got a great workshop coming up for you later this month, actually very, very soon this month as this video will be published, in my membership community for makers, the Thriver Circle. It's a workshop called 6 Systems You Must Have in Your Handmade Business. Basically in any business really, but because I focus on handmade business, that's what we're talking about. And I'm going to share 6 systems and how to set them up to streamline your work days and make you much more efficient and effective at using your time. So you can find out more about that by going over to thrivercircle.com and signing up to join us over there. You get access to all of the previous video workshops I've done. I also have a year-long course called Your Year to Thrive, which is where I basically take you through everything you need to do and know in order to set up and run a successful handmade business. So again, that's accessible over at thrivercircle.com. And also, if you have a handmade business, I have my flagship course, Setup Shop, is happening very, very soon. It starts the 1st of March. It's a 30-day intensive course, and it's deliberately designed specifically to help you set up a successful online shop to sell your handmade goods on any platform. It can be Etsy, it could be Amazon Handmade, it could be Shopify, it could be WooCommerce. Doesn't matter what platform you're using, Squarespace, Wix. The course will work for you. So I'm not teaching you the tech side of things, I'm teaching you everything else that you need to do. So we go through like, what's your business goals, your pricing, your photography, your, titles and tags and descriptions and your packaging and your shipping and all of that stuff. So I take you through sequentially in order. Every single one builds on the next. It's basically a system. Hey, I'm talking about systems. It's basically a big system to help you set up a really awesome online shop from the get-go. And you can find out more about that by going over to createandthrive.com/setup shop. I'll put a link here and a link in the description so you can go check that out. A lot of makers use this to set up their shops, and a lot of makers also use it to revamp the shops they already have. And once you have the course, you have it for life. So every time I run it, you can come back and take it again. I run it twice a year, and I've been doing that ever since probably 2013, and I update it every year. Over 1,000 makers have taken this course and used this system to set up their online shops. So if that sounds like something that you would find helpful, head on over to createandthrive.com/setup shop. And if you're watching this in the future and it's past March 2021, no worries, I'll be running the course again. So just head on over there and hop on my mailing list and you'll get notified. And of course, subscribe here because I'll tell you about it here as well if you watch all my videos. Thank you again for watching the video today. It was awesome to hang out with you. I'll be back again next week with another video, and bye for now. Bug on the screen. Get away.